Hi everyone. The goal of this demo is to demonstrate the ability to store a large amount of JSON data on ECS using the Amazon S3 API and to analyze the data in place using Apache Hive and Spark. To get a large amount of JSON data, I've created an application that listens on the Twitter stream and stores the data on ECS using the S3 API. This application is currently running on Pivotal Cloud Foundry. Instead of deploying an ECS system for this demo, I'm leveraging ECS Test Drive. Finally, I'll deploy Pivotal HD 3.0 in a Docker container to analyze the data stored on ECS. First of all, you need to create an account on ECS Test Drive and to go to the Credentials tab to get your connection information. Even if ECS Test Drive is accessible from both the EMC network and the internet, the HDFS access method is only allowed from the EMC network. If you're not in the EMC network, then you can use the free version of ECS instead. Then you create a .s3curl file in the s3curl directory with your ECS test drive credentials. Finally, you create an Amazon S3 bucket on ECS test drive using s3curl. The X EMC file system access enabled header tells ECS to create an Amazon S3 bucket which will be accessible through HDFS. The XAMZ grant full control header tells ECS to grant full control to everyone. This is mandatory when using ECS HDFS without Kerberos authentication. You can now use S3 browser to check the permissions. I've created a Docker container with everything you need to run a Pivotal HD 3.0 single node. So the next step is to launch this container. When the container is ready, you start the HTTP service, configure the Ambari server, and start the Ambari server and agent. You can now use the UI to deploy the cluster. You can't install Hawk and PXF because you need at least 2 hosts to deploy them. After that, you need to replace /etc/resolve.conf by /data on many different places. This is a known Ambari bug on Docker. During the installation process, you'll notice that the Hive Metastore doesn't start correctly. You need to manually create the Hive schema to fix this issue. You should now be able to start all the services successfully. Let's now configure the Pivotal HD single node to use ECS HDFS. To access the ECS data from the Hadoop cluster, you need to deploy the ECS HDFS jar file. You also need to modify a few Hadoop configuration files. You should do that through Ambari to make sure the changes are persisted. Finally, you update the default Hive database parameter on MySQL and you create the directory structure in your S3 bucket. In the next versions of ECS and Ambari, all these configurations changes will be done by Ambari during the installation process. Now you need some data to analyze. TweetStream is an application I've written in Golang that listens to the Twitter stream, track keywords, and write the raw JSON on ECS. This application is running on the EMC Cloud Foundry. Again, if you're not in the EMC network, don't worry, you can run it on your laptop. Indicate your ECS and Twitter credentials, the name of the S3 bucket you created with S3 and the object size. This is the size of the objects you want to create on ECS. I recommend using 15 megabytes. Finally, indicate one or several keywords. If you have no idea, just use Twitter. It will generate a new 15 megabyte object every few minutes with this keyword. If you use something too specific, you could have to wait hours before getting enough data to create a 15 megabyte object. Again, you can use S3 Browser to check that the objects are created in the S3 bucket and to see how the content looks like. You're now ready to analyze the Twitter data. The first example will be based on Apache Hive. You need to clone a Git repository that is containing a Hive script. This Hive script will find the top 5 hashtags per day which are associated with positive sentiment signals. Apache Hive supports analysis of large datasets stored in HDFS. It provides an SQL-like language called HiveQL with schema on read and transparently converts queries to MapReduce jobs. In this example, the script is using simple smileys to determine the sentiment associated with the tweets. Let's now try to get some information about your data using another popular framework, Spark. Apache Spark is a fast and general engine for large-scale data processing. Spark takes MapReduce to the next level with less expensive shuffles in the data processing, with capabilities like in-memory data storage and near real-time processing. The performance can be several times faster than other big data technologies. As soon as the Spark shell is launched, you can tell Spark to load the data stored in your S3 bucket. In this example, I display the number of Twitter users who have more than 1000 followers. Finally, you can store the table in your S3 bucket in the Parquet format. Apache Parquet is a columnar storage format available to any project in the Hadoop ecosystem, regardless of the choice of data processing framework, data model, or programming language. Frameworks like Hawk or Impala can read and write data using this format. If you compare with the Hive example, it was a lot simpler and Spark was able to determine the JSON schema itself. I hope you enjoyed the demo.